What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. This is the live match reaction after that absolute horror show at Craven Cottage. I'm going to try and not get wound up and get too reactive on this one, but as always, we'll react to the match we just watched, and that was awful. Absolutely diabolical. Second half, a bit better. Second half couldn't have started any better. 20 odd seconds in, Harvey Barnes with the goal, and you think, right, then we have literally got a full half of football here, about 50 minutes plus the stoppage times, and we still couldn't get it away. In fact, it just got worse in terms of the scoreline, losing 3-1. 3-1 to Fulham. 3-1 to Fulham. The Cottagers, Chicken Cottage FC. Fulham. Oh, my God. Honestly, man, mid-table, classic Fulham. You know, all just the posh people in the seats having a jolly good time. Fulham, 3-1 to Fulham. This was, by the way, right, we had a chance to go top of the Premier League today. Top of the league we could have been for at least a day before City v Arsenal tomorrow. But I tell you what, it wouldn't have been right. It wouldn't have been right if we went top of the league, just like it wouldn't have been right if England won the Euros. Your luck will run out. And if we're being brutally honest, as we all should be, and as I always try to be on this channel, you know, the luck was going to run out at some point. It ran out today. When you look at the season as a whole, it is mental how we were unbeaten until today. It was insane that we were third in the league. It was ridiculous that we could have went first in the Premier League this afternoon if we beat Fulham. That is just, it's not right, because if you look through the games, we've been bailed out by moments of brilliance time and time again. Specifically last week with Harvey Barnes' screamer, first game of the season, 1-0 against Southampton, against 10 men. That could have went either way. Bournemouth probably should have got beat. Again, late goal from us to equalise. Spurs 2-1. You know, it's a good splitting goal there after Spurs waste loads of chances and we'll nick it 2-1. But then it comes to the after the international break, Wolves last week very lucky today. Listen, we're gifted them goals. We were absolutely atrocious. That was probably the first half, the worst I've ever seen us under Eddie Howe. It genuinely was. I think first half we were shocking, and I'm not trying to go too mental here, even though it sounds like I am, and I'm really trying to hold it back. Online's going a bit crazy, I have to say. I think there's an overreaction from online. A lot of people, you know, seeing Eddie Howe out and all the rest of it. You can go and have a look at it yourselves in replies to our tweets, other tweets, our Instagram, the comments underneath it. People losing the plot. You know, you had Mitchell, Bunce, and Eels all in attendance this evening. I'll get the photo up. I tweeted that, and we've seen a lot of people reply to that, going mad. If this camera will focus on it, there is Mitchell, Bunce, and Eels all in attendance there. And then there's just more replies on Twitter there. Yeah, them in attendance there, watching the game, slouched over at Craven Cottage. Not happy with the performance, like we all went, you know. And I see second half was much better. Second half will come into it, but we're not creating enough chances, man. We're not creating enough chances at all. And like I say on social media, people are going mad. People are losing the plot a little bit too much. But I think it's been bubbling away, to be honest. Because I think, you know, we've been fluting games, fluting results, to be unbeaten, to get where we are. We all know we've been saying, you know, we haven't been clicking, we haven't been playing well, but we've been writing it out. And you think, well, bollocks, you know what I mean? It's a results business. Let's just try and be positive and hope that the team clicks. And we hope that today would be that day. But today it wasn't. You know, we're 2-0 down at half time, and it was poor. And I think a lot of the truths that have been kind of brushed under the carpet so far this season have risen to the surface after that result at Fulham. I tell you what, I need one of these. Look how good these are. That's the best thing I've seen all day. Obviously matches the kit. Warbia, the new one, fantastic. Away edition, 50p from every can goes to War Flags as well. Happy days. Shout out Anarchy Brewery every single time. Okay, you need a few of these after this, honestly. You need a few of them. That's the first one of the day, first of many. Because it's just been really poor to watch that today, and it was honestly a very, very tough watch. I'll be real with you. especially obviously that first half. And then even towards the end, some of the individual performances of the day are shite. Bruno has been shite all season. Let's call it as it is right now, right? Bruno Guimaraes, since he's got that captain's armband, has been crap. Missing time and time again, giving the ball away, slow, not at it. He had one good move of the day, nice little 1-2 with his blonde buddy Joe Linton. Everyone's getting buzzing now. You know what I mean? We're all getting buzzing about people dyeing the hair. Yeah? Ooh, dyeing the hair in the back. Fuck me, man. The nice little 1-2. Bruno puts it over the bar. That's the only thing he'd done apart from whinge. I was really angry at the amount of times we were complaining at the ref today, feeling sorry for ourselves all the time, just looking for free kicks, looking for fouls, whinging if we didn't get it. Get on with it, man. If you haven't been given the foul, get on with it. Anthony Gordon as well, sitting there moping about the place, rolling around. Oh, man, hitting the ground and all that. Fulham on the attack, mate. Do you fancy getting the fuck up and cracking on? Because the free kick hasn't been given. Move on. Honestly, man, Gordon as well. And we've been saying it. I said it on the videos earlier in the season. People didn't like it. Doesn't like his body language. His attitude has been right. Wolves, I thought, was better. Obviously, had that great run, hit the post. But if you're looking throughout a game, on a weekly basis, he's not the same Anthony Gordon. The attitude isn't quite right. It's like he tried his hardest getting that England team, got in, Southgate fucked him over, and since then he hasn't been the same player. That's obviously going to affect his confidence, but I think it would be naive to say that that proposed move to Liverpool in the summer not going ahead didn't turn his head. I think you're daft if you can't realise that, to be honest with you, because I think it's clear he hasn't been up to speed, he hasn't been up to scratch, he hasn't quite been at it. You know, you had loads of rumours, loads of stories I heard from different journalists, from different people who are even at the England camp, who are close to Liverpool Football Club and know things inside out there, were saying like he thought he was going there, it was very close on that PSL deadline and things like that. So we'll see where that goes. But Gordon, Bruno, pretty much everyone, apart from Harvey Barnes, by the way, big up Harvey Barnes, hasn't been at it all season. This hasn't been Newcastle United though. It really hasn't. We are Jason Bourne FC. This season, we have lost our identity. Born identity. Gone. Disappeared. Where's the identity gone? Where's the intensity? Where's the press? Where's the quality? Yeah, there isn't any. There hasn't been any all season, if we're being brutally honest, people, you know, there really hasn't. We just haven't been that team that we know. And then it hasn't helped. All the stuff in the background, all the stuff behind the scenes, it's just been pretty fucking miserable, to be honest with you. Like, because I feel how the season's got a look about it now. Because, like I say, to be unbeaten, and we had pretty favourable fixtures, if we're being honest. You know, Southampton at home, they are crap. They're going back down. You should win that. Bournemouth away, it's never an easy game for us. But realistically, if you want to be top six, Chelsea went there last week and won. They got beat off Liverpool. You know, Bournemouth, you should be looking. A draw's Ari. After that, Spurs at home, we normally batter them, so I'd expect us to beat Spurs. And Wolves away, we always draw there, so it was nice to get a win. But those fixtures, they've been pretty kind to it. Fulham away as well. We've got a great record down Craven Cottage. That's why I was optimistic. But 3-1 to that Fulham team. And you just feel like now, yes, got Wimbledon on Tuesday. That's clearly a must win. Got to progress in the cup. Got to try and go far in that again. And then you've got Man City at home. So, not looking forward to that. But let's go back to some highlights throughout the game. People, let us know what you think in the chat. Over 500 people tuned in. Please do subscribe and like the video if you haven't already. Cheers, and I'll get through to your comments in a bit. Just some important notices that I put on during the game there. Some note-taking. Again, the team news. A lot of people were happy with the team because there was 4 changes. Trippier came in. Willett came in. We're happy to see him start. Harvey Barnes was the main one. We all wanted Barnes to start. Lloyd Kelly came in at left back. But there was no Sandro Tonali. No Tonali again. I don't know what he's got to do to start. Like, Longstaff gets dropped, but Willett comes in. And I was happy to see. I was really happy to see Joe Willock. You know, I like Joe Willock, but he couldn't get into the game. And I've got to say, Lloyd Kelly looks bang average in every single performance I've seen from Newcastle. Did he get the assist in one of the games at home? He did. Can't remember who it was against. Was it Tottenham, the first goal? Can't remember, but he does look pretty average. Listen, we got him for free. He's a squad player, but I thought Hall looked better second half when he came on going forward. But again, defensively, he does get exposed at times. So the team news hasn't helped. Listen, a lot of people are saying, wow, Eddie Howe's doing himself a hard task here, trying to win games by not picking the starting 11? Is he trying to prove a point here? The watching sporting directors? Is he, I don't know, sticking a finger up them or whatever? People are saying all these things, and it's like, well, why aren't we playing Sandro Tonali from the off? I don't know. I wasn't happy with that. Wasn't happy with that at all. Cheers to Tom for the super chat. Appreciate that one, mate. Is it time for a change of formation? We were overrun so much in the first half. 4 in midfield. Well, we are. Yeah, we were very much overrun in midfield. I think that midfield has been dreadful. No matter who plays there, we are so easy to play against. It's just one ball and they're in. One ball through our midfield, split wide open, and they're in. And it's that easy. The 10s are having so much fun. Even if you haven't got a number 10, and that's the opposition, they haven't got number 10, put someone there against Newcastle, and you're going to get joy. You're going to get ball in and around the box. You're going to get chances. Smith Rowe, I mentioned him in the preview. Smith Rowe was always going to be a danger today. Scored. Pope, calamity. We'll touch on that soon. But you're right, there is so much space in the middle of that park. And this is the worst I've seen Joe Linton play since fucking Steve Bruce was on the sideline. Honestly, man, he's having an awful season, but so is Bruno. Oh, man. I don't want to have a go at the players. With 5 games in, I can't really be arsed, but I've just got to say it how it is. Like, Joe Linton is having a very bad season. Bruno is playing very poor. And they've both been struggling for Brazil, in and out the Brazil teams. They've been poor for us. And whoever comes in, it hasn't really mattered. Longstaff players, meh. Willer comes in today, meh. Tonali eventually needs to come back in. But yeah, Tom, it would be nice to see a change of formation. It would be nice to see some adaptation, to how the game is going. 4-2-3-1 looks like it could suit Newcastle. Isak is constantly isolated as well. The problems in midfield are there to be seen. The midfield struggle has been there for quite a while now. Going forward, Isak is so isolated, but he looks a shadow of his former self as well. There was talks of, obviously, his toe injury this week, that he was a doubt for the game. He started. Is he fit? Is he right? Half the fucking team isn't, to be honest with you. But it was Alexander Isak's birthday today. He must be hungover. He must have been on the last night in tune, because he doesn't look like the same player. He looks knackered. Everyone looks knackered. A lot of them didn't even play in the Euros. They didn't play. Sweden didn't even qualify. And Isak's not. But I can't really help him. It's not like he's getting chances. It's not like he's missing sitters. But he's just not really getting involved. Can't really get Isak in the game. But like you say there, Tom, we are totally overrun. So let's start off then, where it could have been a unreal beginning to the game for us. Joe Linton was offside in his goal there, 1-0 to Newcastle early on. And before you've had a chance to even watch the replay, whether he's onside or not, they put the ball in the back of the net at the other end. Fulham, through Raul Jimenez, just 44 seconds later, take the lead. And you've got to say the defend on that one was crap. Really crap. Shaw, who had a stinking game today as well, is very slow to react. Jimenez has time to move with it, hold it up, turn and fire it in. Burn, Kelly, they're all slow coming out. Traore's having a field day. Easy for everybody in a Fulham shirt today. Just like I said earlier, no intensity, no press, no pressure on the ball. Just sit back, do what you want with it, have a good time, chill right out. Things like this is all over social media and that as well. I'm not going to go that far. I wanted to highlight that one there. Shoot that chat from K-Sport UK. Thank you, mate. 130 million. Tino, Hall, Tonali left out. How out as well there at the end by K-Sport. See, I don't think Howe's helping himself by leaving the likes of Tonali out, especially. And well, Trippier came in for Tino, who hasn't set the world alight this season either. Lewis Hall, I really like Lewis Hall, but there is definite work to be done on his defensive capabilities, because sometimes he's caught out. But he was a lot better, offering a lot more going forward. He was dangerous down that flank there with Harvey Barnes and that, especially for the first 20, 30 minutes of the second half. But yeah, leaving some big players out there and some big money out. Okay, where was I? Fulham 1-0. After that, Smith Rowe, as we talked about, he's threatened the preview, and as that number 10, he hits the bar. It's all Fulham. This first half, we were playing very, very bad. Couldn't get a hold of the ball. Couldn't do anything. Really struggled. No desire to get the ball off Fulham. Do anything with it. Stop them from attacking. In a better side, if we do that against Man City next week, we'll be fucking 7-0 down in 20 minutes. 2-0 Fulham. This time Pope as a absolute howler. Smith Rowe again gets in the space, does a little toe poke, which caught Nick Pope off guard. Scrambled into the bottom corner. Oh, it was awful. That was a real painful watch as well, seeing that one go in. It was embarrassing by Pope, to be honest with you. And it was an embarrassing first half. I mentioned it earlier. The body language from all the players was way off. The body language was really, what's the right word here? The body language was obviously unacceptable, but it was just painful to watch. I was embarrassed seeing that body language. I was pissed off seeing how little the players were showing, caring, pressing. And we're seeing it more in the second half. So Gordon suddenly woke up, came to life for about 10 minutes and started closing the keeper down like he did all season last year. Where was that? Where was it from anyone? Honestly, Nick Pope's faced over 100 shots so far this season. We're only 5 games in. That shows how much we're sitting back. That shows how much we're sitting off. We invite so much danger. It's unreal, man. We've talked about the midfield. Shout out to Super Chat before. Talked in depth on that one. Talked about Isaac being isolated. Yeah. So that's half time. We're 2-0 down. It's one of the worst halves of football I've seen from Newcastle United in a very long time. Probably, possibly ever under Eddie Howe, in terms of, unless you're coming up against listeners at Arsenal away and things like that, where we were really, really crap. But against a team like Fulham, where you're expecting to be the better team, be on the ball, win the game, essentially. It was one of the hardest halves to have ever watched. I should have started these a lot earlier, to be honest with you. But second half, we made a couple of changes. One of those being Jacob Murphy, who came on, and to be fair to him, got an assist straight away. Nice ball through to Harvey Barnes, and as usual, Harvey Barnes cuts in his right foot. One end product there, and that is a goal. Ball in the back of the net. Happy days. 20-odd seconds in the second half. Took ages for VAR to try and find a way to disallow it. They couldn't. Goal given. And as I said at the start of the stream, you're thinking, wicked, right? Lovely. Yeah? This is sound. This got a full half yet. Getting the gear. I thought the game was going to end 2-2. Even then, when we had the full half, I didn't think we are going to come back and win. But I thought it's going to be a draw this. And we didn't really build on that for that period anyways. We didn't really create any more clear-cut chances. The defence still all over the place. And credit to Nick Pope, he made up for his howler earlier on. He made a couple of really, really good saves in a row there from Fulham to keep us in the game. A couple of top saves from Nick Pope, but he needed to do that. He needed to make up for it after the first half calamity. And then we touched on it earlier, right? But we'll revisit it very briefly and let me know in the chat what you think so far this season of Bruno Guimaraes, because with that captain's armband on again today, I thought he was absolutely awful. I thought he was really poor again. Like I said, he had that one little moment where he had a 1-2 with Joe Linton, put it over the bar, but I'm fed up with him just rolling around waiting for someone to foul him. Just there was times where he had the opportunity to pass the ball, just try and make something happen, but all he wants to do is get a push in the back and win a free kick. I'm bored of that now. I think he's struggled this season, like a lot of the players, but in particular, I think he kind of gets away with it a lot because we love him as fans and that. But it's got to be said, he was really poor today, and he's been really poor all season. I'll say it how it is. Like he has been. That's not joking. He's back. He's been brilliant for a couple of years, but this is a match reaction, and reacting to that match, he had a poor game. Bruno Guimaraes had a poor game again. He's getting caught in possession. He's not offering enough going forward. He's not bringing much to it at the minute. When you got I don't think Eddie Howe's brave enough or got it in him to make that sub. I don't think you'll ever take Bruno off. I think you'll always keep him on. I think you could have brought Bruno off for Tonali earlier on that, or even, dare I say it, Sean Longstaff, just to try and make up some ground and change things up because it wasn't working. And look what happens in the end. Bruno's mistake is fucking horrendous. And Bruno, he was doing this, apologising to the away fans that travelled to Craven Cottage there for his mistake at the end. And, that is awful by Bruno. And what the fuck is he thinking? He's got away with that pass so many times as well, by the way. That pass where he just doesn't look up, heads down, he just whips it. And sometimes, it works, gets away with it the majority. But that one was just straight to their player in the box, and they've put it in the back of the net. I can't remember who it was. Reece Nelson, I think. They just on a plate, gift after gift. Fucking mate, Christmas isn't until December. Yeah, we're still in September. Yeah, you calm down with all these gifts, Newcastle. We actually got given a gift, but we rejected the present. We looked at it, threw it back at them, didn't want it. Offered us a PS3, wanted a PS5. Fabian Shaw, when he gets that opportunity, Fabian Shaw from Burnt Leno, my God, puts it into side net, and that's a 2-1. And that is the game-changing moment because we are then level with the incentive, with the impetus. Fulham were going mental when they scored the third because they knew obviously then they'd sealed the 3 points, but that was on because they knew throughout that full second half they were under so much pressure and they were going to fumble the 2-0 lead. Marcus Silva seen it coming. He was like, fuck, we're going to blow this. When it went to 3-1, he knows 3 points is done and he can celebrate because it looked like it was going to go that way. It looked like it was going to probably end up in a draw, but when Shaw puts that wide, Leno gifts him it, passes it straight to him, and how can you? He's got to square it. He's got to square it, Fabian Shaw. Just play it to Isak. Isak's got an open goal, tap it in. We're 2-2. And we might even go on to win the game there because, like I say, we would have the impetus to go forward and we would be in the ascendancy. But because Fulham, Craven Cottage, it's all quiet. They're all sitting there eating fucking prawn sarnies, posh scran, drinking Prosecco, bit of strawberries. Yeah. And all you could hear was the Geordies when they were in Vice, when they weren't probably pissed off like the rest of it. But that's the moment for me where Isak's gonna have a tap in or Shaw kind of find the back of the net. And we'll blow it from there. So that was that. Missing that opportunity. Like I say, Bruno gifts the ball over for Fulham to win 3-1. 3-1. 3-1 to Fulham, come on, man. Come on. 3-1. Yeah. But all in all, I'll round up my thoughts before we get into the chat. Over 600 watching. Please do subscribe and drop a like on this one if you haven't already. It was coming. That result was coming. The performance has been there for pretty much all season, hasn't it? Sugarcoating things. Well, it was nearly the same thing today. Yeah, see if Shaw puts that in or squares the that goes in, it's 2-2. We'll come in with 5 games still unbeaten, top 4, whatever would have been. Or we'll go on to somehow win it, sneak it at the end there, and we'll win, and then we'll get top of the league, and we're all thinking, how the hell are we top of the league? Because how the hell were we even there? But listen, we're only 5 games in. We don't want to go mental, but it's just the way the things that are kind of playing out. We need to sort it out because we haven't played well at all, but the results have still been there. So we need to get back to what we know, and I think that's what's concerning because we look at it and you see that this isn't Eddie Howe's team. This isn't what we used to. This isn't the intensity is our identity. Nothing is clicking. Nothing looks right on and off the pitch. So it's worrying. But the game in itself, yeah, everyone was poor apart from Harvey Barnes' finish. And we deserve to lose. Listen, we deserve to lose, and it's a hard one to take because the fixtures get harder after this. And I'm gutted that we couldn't make the most of it and get first in the league for at least a day. Big shame. But a 3-1 defeat at Fulham, it's unacceptable, man. Really, really bad. Let's see what you lot are saying in the chat. I seen that from Asula, to be fair. I was pleased Asula got a chance to come on and he went for a shot or something. Oh no, he tried to play the ball through for a one-on-one, didn't he? And Lewis Hall was wide left. A few how outs. Ashley era vibes, says Martin. Defeat at Fulham, unacceptable. 5 games, nothing changed, says Martin. Gordon should be dropped for a few games, says Frank. Gordon has been the same player since Liverpool interest. Absolutely. Aaron Bruno being really poor this season, can't hide from it. Team has to change, and Howe has to play his best players, and the formation has to change to protect us in transitions. We are never protected in transitions. We never look protected. Yeah, need to start wearing fucking Durex when we're going out on that pitch because we are far from protected at any point. 4-2-3-1. Aaron calls for. Abysmal miss from Shaw. Says Nerox. Still need a hold midfielder. Says Adam. Feels like Brucey Ball. Says OGM. Howe is making a rod for his own back. Getting it wrong when it matters. Bruno is too slow. Love Dan Bambi needs to be dropped. Says Lloyd. Graham. Fans moaned about needing changes to the team. He made them today, and you're still moaning. He needs to change the team. Change who? He can only use what he has, says Graham the Cat. Well, I'll tell you what, Graham the Cat, I think it would be nice to see Sandro Tonali play, to be honest with you. That would be lovely. And I still would prefer Lewis Hall over Lloyd Kelly as well. And probably even Tino over Trippier. Bruno being bad since he was made captain. Bruno is not a great captain, says Robin. Let's use the old touch screen here. Time Gordon Bonds. Okay, chats in Peterborough, we'll round up this live show. I'm trying to pick out some interesting ones here. There's a lot of them, so it's pretty tricky. Nathan, I love Eddie, but is the magic wearing off? Is his time coming to an end? Mitchell was brought in for a reason. I don't think it would take much for Mitchell to look for a reason to try and persuade Newcastle to get rid of him, but I think that would be pretty mad. Let's see what my phone's saying here. Loads of people replying to the old tweets, going mad. Hey. Gordon's attitude has wound me up, says Ian. Oh, let's give it Jamal Lewis vibes. Fucking hope not. How hates Tonali because he was an Ashworth signing, another guy he fell out with. Why is Tonali not starting? A few people saying that. Laura, Eddie Howe is a full week of training without European football, so how are we so dire and unfit? Oh, we haven't looked fit all season, have we? And even Eddie Howe was asked in his press conference the other day, are you not all the undercooked? We still look like we're undercooked. We still need to look like we need to preheat the oven. Like, there's no air fryers around here. Do you know what I mean? Everything is frozen. Pope was shocking, says Dan. Joelinton is a big problem, says Sue. City 9, NUFC 0. There's a prediction for next week. That's quality. Dreading City, says a couple of people. At least we got Wimbledon on Tuesday night. I've just made that face because the thought of... Yeah, I can just see it fucking happening now. But on our skin. Cup upset. Me, surely not. Surely not. But imagine the kickoffs, the outrage, the meltdowns. If we got knocked out the cup against them, we'll be whinging, saying, sick of playing all these big teams, sick of getting these tough draws. We're actually beating Man City, Man United in the Carabao last year. Imagine the irony. If we get knocked out of Wimbledon, finally get a favourable draw on paper, a lower league team. And we're going to beat off them. Imagine the scenes. We can't. We surely can't. There's just far too many chats here, people to really get through. Send them in as a super chat if you want them read out straight away. Let us jump back to the bottom as we'll round up the show. We are half an hour in after Newcastle lost 3-1 to Fulham today. Let us just have a look. I think that will leave us in 6th in the league. Remember, we could have been first if we won today. Yeah, we are 6th for now. Obviously, a couple of games to come over the weekend. Man U could even go level on points with us if they win against Palace, which is already kicked off. So I don't know what that score is. Let me check right now. 0-0, 15 minutes in. So I was 6. Oh, they wouldn't. No, that's a current point for them, so they couldn't. They'd be on 9. They've already given them a point there, Sky, so they'd be on 9 if they won. So yeah, we're 6 in the league. Liverpool at top. City v Arsenal tomorrow. Listen, 6th in the league after 5 games. Ari should have been first though. Should be beating teams like Fulham. Problem is, been playing crap all season. So. Oh, some of the results from today. Sunderland, top of the championship, beating Middlesbrough. Oh, they're now second because West Brom won. Bring Sunderland back up, man, so we can slap them so I can cheer up a little bit. Yeah, I'm not even going to go into the other results in Premier League this game day, can't be asked. We're getting smashed by Man City, sees JC. Haaland with 9 goals. Get 100 million for Bruno. He can't run forward. No back. Could be worse. Could have spent 70 million on Gay. Good point. Does Bruno have buckets of sand on his feet? So slow, or are his legs too short? Gordon doesn't seem interested again when the ball went out for a goal kick. He didn't even try and get it. No fighting spirit, unlike last season. Sees Johannes. Clever finish from Barnes. If we lose to Wimbledon and City, what does Board and Mitchell do? Even if we lost to them, I mean, we expect to lose against Man City, don't we? We don't expect to lose against Wimbledon, but cup upsets are obviously a thing, so I don't think anything will happen too soon. Like, last game I got this wound up at was lockdown against Brighton. That was a very grim day, that, to be fair, like awful. Not how style of football. I'm wondering we held back today so we could focus on Wimbledon and still. You shouldn't be. Listen, it's Fulham. It was fucking Fulham. We shouldn't be holding back. We went at Anfield. We're at Craven Cottage. The nice, welcoming, lovely little posh ground on the classical heritage on the river there. Nice little welcome drink. Fucking prosecco on tap. Yeah, lovely appetizers everywhere. It was Fulham. You cannot be taking it. You know what I mean? It's nah. And it will be a range of changes as well against Wimbledon. It should be. Coming up against a team in a lower league. If Howe doesn't sort this out, he is going to lose the players' interest in the project. We're not fighting as hard as last season. Sven Botman's a huge miss. Certainly is. Like, oh, can't wait for Sven Botman to be back. Can't wait for Sven Botman to be back. Looks like Gordon spat his dummy out today, having to swap sides with Barnes. Tonali getting 17 minutes as criminal. See his chippers. Right then, got a super chat here. This will be the last one I read unless someone else sends one in. Bruno is overrated, says Crypto Rambo. I would have sold him when he was still worth it and got Gibbs White, which is a much better player in all aspects than Bruno, period. Big statement there from Crypto. I mean, I like Gibbs White, and it's at times when we really miss a player that can open up defenses like that for me. Gibbs White is always versatile. Been linked with us before. I would love Gibbs White to be fair, like, but it's an interesting one. Is Bruno overrated? I wouldn't say so, but I could probably. I mean, when I go on other shows like DR Sports and that, and other content creators, they think he's good. They think he's really good, but they don't think he's as amazing as we make out. So, are we overrating him? Are we hyping him too much? I would still say no, but a lot of other fans and other people think we do. But so far this season we have, because he has been poor. But yeah, sell him. Would you seen I would have sold him there? Would you sell him? Let us know in the chat there. If you got 80 million, 90 million, 100 million offer from PSG, Real, whoever it is, for Bruno Guimaraes, would you sell him? I think, I've pointed out a few individual players tonight. Obviously, Bruno being poor, Shaw having a bad game, Isak being isolated, Gordon's attitude, Joelinton crap again. But collectively as a team, we just haven't been good all season. We got the fourth, we got a cup final, even last year, times. We got through games with team spirit, team unity, a collective ideology, an intensity is our identity, a game plan, Players knew what to do. Players knew the rule, all of that. I just think this season, yes, the individuals haven't done well, but as a team, we haven't done well. So that's obviously worrying because altogether, we haven't done well. So we know how that's going to go. Week after week, just shite. Says M82. Tonali being a bench one was not a disgrace. Is sensible Monaga. Right then. I think that will do. Cheers, Adam. You have a good evening as well, mate. I'm going to sink a few more of these delightful war beers. Watch the boxing. Get the boxing on the gun. Anthony Joshua Dubois. A few of them. And forget all about this game against Fulham because it was awful. Truly, truly awful. But we'll be back next week, people. No podcast on Tuesday because the Wimbledon game is on. So we'll be doing a reaction after the Wimbledon game. Wednesday, we'll be back with a podcast at 7. Hopefully, we'll be back with a Carabao Cup live draw at around 10. So 2 live shows on Tuesday night and Wednesday night. 2 live shows Wednesday night, because Newcastle play on Tuesday. So Wednesday night, a podcast at 7, live draw at 10. If we beat Wimbledon, it may be a video on Monday if we do a little roundup and any other news that comes out. We'll be here to bring you it first on the Magpie Channel TV. So please do subscribe to us if you haven't already. Give this video a like. Forget about Fulham and enjoy the rest of your weekend, people. See you later.